Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com live recap webinar. It is approximately almost 11:30 on this Friday on the Pacific side. I'm on Pacific. I'm on the Pacific. I'm not Eastern time, and I live in basically California. Hey, what can you say about today? I was so excited when I woke up today. I just feeling it. And I just, that's the thing about day trading is you might have a bad day. Maybe you're lucky you have two bad days. Um, but every day gives you another opportunity. And what I want you to understand the concept of what we do. We're traders, right? So what is our job? Our job is to determine and play the action of the stock. That's what our job is. That's what we do. That's why we come together every day. Each room out there is different. A lot of rooms out there they offer um, different types of plays. Small cap. Then you got the penny stock rooms that focus only on these really crazy stocks like RBZ today. Then you got the pumper rooms that just take a stock and then pump, 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 and then dump it, and everyone loses their money. Only the people that make their money are pretty much the mods. Then you got the kind of ones that just want to do 30, 40 cent moves. And then you want to you got the gunslingers, and there's a few of those rooms out there. Well, they'll just bet the house, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, they're the ones showing you a $52,000 loss, and your $3,000 is gone, and you're no longer a day trader, and they can continue on. Why? Because they got sub money coming in, so they don't need you. They just move on to the next person. But then once in a great while, really rarity, you run across a room like Awesome Calls. And what Awesome Calls does is it takes what this room does, 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 and then just basically does it better. Because we trade everything from options to equity. We trade ETFs. We trade the gold if we see it running. We trade large cap, big cap, small cap, penny stocks. We trade bios, FDA, IPOs. There's so much we do in here, but what we do very well is we focus on certain ideas and trades that we're pretty much guaranteeing as a day trader there's enough momentum, enough range that we can make money. We're not isolating one pick or two picks, we're playing 10 or 12. And what that does is every morning, and why I do it is because everyone has a different size account. I mean, I have, again, I reiterate this many times. I have accounts with people I think the average trader in here has $50,000 to $100,000 of equity to play with, whether it's uh, um, whether it's buying power or cash or whatever. Um, then about a quarter of the room has probably 10, 20,000 and less to work with. Maybe a few $5,000 accounts with buying power with cash account of 1,000. And then I've got a selective group with way over $1 million, and I know these people individually. So they're players, and they actually trade for family or trusts, and they have pretty large accounts. They do a lot of option trading in here, and so I got a nice range. So what one trader can afford, maybe on Fun or X4 for $8 stock, $10 stock, whatever. Then I got the traders that love the $35 and $28 stocks. Then I have the ones that love the $50 to $70 stocks. And then I have the $80 to $90 stocks. And then I got the $300 to $400 stocks. I have the $200 stocks. I have something for everyone. But what I do is when I'm really defining my picks in the morning, I'm looking for range. I want to be able to offer a trader, even if he misses the exact entry, he can still catch enough of the meat to make the move, to make the money. And not only that, but you're trading live with me. You will hear me in the morning getting off 5, 7, 8 trades, in and out, in and out. You'll watch me, you'll congratulate me, you'll go, oh man, you lost on that one. It's part of the game. I do it live. I'm involved. I'm helping you. I tell people, don't do this, don't do that. It's too late there. Let it go. Do this, do that. I'm like your coach. I'm coaching you through, your profits take it here, drop it here, stops here, move it here. That's my job. You're not only paying me to do the research to find you the plays, you're also helping me coach you so you don't get into a trade and make a mistake. And I'm going to show you just how bad you can actually fuck up as a trader. What was that stock called? I just called RZ. Can somebody just type it in real quick? R what? RHZ. What was it? RBZ. I want to show you what it's like to be broke. You want to see what it's like to be broke? All right. This was alerted in the room, and we got this alert. And some of us played it, and some of us were very guarded on it. I was guarded. I don't encourage plays like this. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Because first of all, this is up for just crazy reasons. I mean, just they did warrants, they did this, and yet it's more of a retail play, which means a bunch of chat rooms get together and they just manipulate the stock and they just buy over each other, and and because it's so thin and the float's so small, it doesn't matter if you buy. I mean, look at this buyer here. See this buyer here? 250 shares. Look, 250 shares, and yet he was able to move the stock for 250 shares. So what happens is then all of a sudden it gets that momentum, and everyone on Twitter starts talking about it. And then the chat room goes, oh, look at me, look how great I am, right? I think the stock could go to 80. Another guy says it could go to 60. Oh, somebody types in the room, could go to 35. And the next range is 38. And you're all excited. Oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. Guess what? You buy 200 shares in a batch of, 67,000 shares right here? And then it gets halted. And then your room is going, oh, it should open up around, what, 20? Yeah, because it's a downside halt. See the pull? That's a downside halt. See the other halts? These were upside halts. Every space, upside halt, upside halt, upside. You know why? Because there was so much volume coming in, and this stock didn't have enough shares, and so the volatility was so much that it caused circuit breakers. I mean, there's just not enough. Everybody wanted to buy at once because everyone's chasing the stock. Now I want you to become that trader that has $1,000 in his cash account, and he has, let's say, 5 times buying power, 6,000, and he was told in the room to buy 200 shares. It has room to 35, and he gets caught in a halt. And all of a sudden he opens, he can't get out because he's trying to do a limit order because nobody teaches him to do a market order because nobody wants to do market orders, right? So then he can't get out. Then he gets halted again. Now he's crying. He or she is crying. And then all of a sudden he finally opens up and he can get out. And he's out at $13.80. So he basically lost $10 a share, $10. Times 200, he lost 2,000. Same guy that had 1,000 in his account is now negative 1,000. He is no longer trading. This is the bad part of day trading. This is the bad part when you're inexperienced. This is the sad part when you see a trader he's gone. He doesn't exist anymore. Today we got, 4 or 5 new monthly subscribers in here. Why? Because I'm not encouraging bullshit like this. All right? I see right through it. Once it was started to light up, I was like, what's the news? Oh, they had warrants. Great. This is a manipulated stock. It's run by retail. I'm not going to encourage quality traders that come in a room like ours and tell them, yeah, buy that. Yeah, bet $500. Could you imagine $500 and opening up at 13? What are you going to do? Losing $6,000. How are you going to explain that? Can't make your mortgage, rent, car payments? You're fucked. That's not a way to trade. I'm going to show you ways to trade. Okay? I want to show you ways to trade. So what we do here, remember yesterday I gave you 5. Remember I was kind of preaching 5, 5, 5, 5. Remember I told you it'll open up at 134, scale in short, take it down to 130, go long, back to 134, and it's going to move all the way up to 136, 137 because it has an upgrade. And remember I said in the webinar, tomorrow I'm going to find you another one. Did I not end and say that? Wasn't I kind of hard-nosed on it because I kept saying, see how simple this trade was? 100 shares, 13,000 buying power, you could have made $400. Well, I'm going to find you another one. And I did. And I did. First thing this morning, I get up, I see LMN. There's MLM. You never heard this before. And you probably will never hear it about again because none of your rooms traded this type of stock. And again, they refuse and they won't. They won't. It's not, again, forgive me, you're paying money to somebody who is very isolated and only knows a handful of things. And because they're so isolated and they haven't been in the business long enough and they don't understand analyst calls, upgrades, downgrades, what is a play, what is not, you will never see a trade like this. And when I present a trade like this, these are guaranteed paychecks. Guaranteed. I'm going to show you a couple of really guaranteed paycheck trades that. And when I mean guaranteed, that means you can't physically go wrong. You cannot lose. And I know that sounds like weird. You know what, AJ, please don't bullshit me. Don't be a salesman. Come on, I love you, but don't be like that. Really? I'm not. I'm giving you the reality of trading, just like I gave you the reality of chasing something that you don't understand that you could lose your account. Okay? I'm trying to teach you, stay away from stuff like that. If you want to make a living, if you want to be a gambler, go have fun. Go stay where you're at then. You know, gamble. Piss away your money, hit and miss, 50-50, 40% times you win, 60% you lose. Standard day trader ends up going back to work. Gives up, can't believe in the dream, can't believe he can do it, yada, yada, yada. It's typical. But in here, the reason why we continue to grow is because the people in here are growing. Do you understand that? The traders in here are growing. And for that, what's happening is that the trades are just, they're so ideal to work with. And I really want you to see that. Okay, so let's take MLM. MLM cut an upgrade today from Goldman Sachs on a buy rating. All right, they upped the price target, I believe, to 200 and MLM right here. MLM 232 from 207. There's the upgrade. Okay, so it's a Goldman call. So it's gapping up 4. So what did I say? I want you to go short, but keep in mind the stock is going to hit 213. When it does, the stock's going to come down to 209. I want you to look at that really carefully, how I wrote that. Gapping up 4. Look for the pop at open to 213. Scale in short. Take it down to 208. I'm telling you right there, you're going to get 5 points. When it goes to 208 area and under, or 208, bottom curl it, go long, take it long. So even if you miss the short or you can't get shorts, guess what? When it hits the 208 number, you're going to go long. I went long in the room, 208.66. I sold. I had a limit order while it was on break at 210. It closed at 210. And it's stock right now. It just hit 211. Okay? So I want you to see the trade and see how it worked out. Okay? So let's say you come in, first day in the room, and you're telling me, okay, AJ, it's going to pop at the open. Yes, 213. So here's your 213 entry. There's 213. See it? This is a fat finger. So here's your 213. See how it doubled? And then what did I say it would go to? 208. There it is. 208.39. Then I said go long. 208.66 to 210. And there's 210. There is no way ever, there's just no physical way you could be right today if you were in this room. None. None. You would have had to literally go opposite of the trade. You see how this is laid out? And it's a trade that you probably never heard of. Okay? I'm going to give you another one. APA. See APA? Okay, so APA is gapping up. What's the first thing you ask yourself in the morning? What is the very first thing you ask yourself when you wake up in the morning and you see a gap up like APA? All right? And you say to yourself, why is this up? Why is this up? Do you know why it's up? Because Chevron went and bought Day, I think it's called, right? Forgive me if I didn't pronounce it correctly. And because of that, people were thinking Apache could be the next one to get sold. Well, that's great. Hey, Disney could get sold if Google got sold, and maybe Apple could get bought if Amazon gets sold or something. You see my point? You're up on just virtual rumor. It could. This could be the next one. Okay, that no. To a professional day trader as myself, that's a short. I just want to short the stock. But before I short it, I got to tell everyone where to enter, right? Because that's what you pay me for. You give me about $6.75, okay? And you say, okay, with this $6.75 change I'm giving you, tell me the entry and an exit, okay? It's gapping up to 38.40. I'll tell you what. Once you short 38, and I'll take it down to, I think, $36 and 25 cents. Would that work for you? So you're telling me right now, no bullshit. You're going to tell me right now, if I take this stock short 38, you're going to walk it down to 36.25 for me? No bullshit? No bullshit. Okay. How the fuck do you know that? Do I have to explain myself every day? Okay. This is what you pay me for. Okay. So you have to believe in the process. You're gapping up. And to me, this is a no-brainer. Like, this is done because APA didn't get bought out. So you're gapping up because somebody else got bought out. Think outside the box. Okay? So all I do is I just look at it and say, okay, I'm going to gap fill this. I actually closed at 35.64. I'm not going to gap fill this, but I'm going to give it a little value. So I'm going to take it down to 36.25 from $38. So you come in the room, we're staying in, and you go, and the bell rings. Ding, 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 ding. Guess what? $38. $38. And what did I say? 36.25. 36.18. What more do you want? Plenty of shorts available. You don't need a lot of buying power. If you took 100 shares at $3,800 buying power, you made $200 on a guaranteed trade. Not just a trade. There's two differences. There's a trade, and then there's guaranteed. Okay. So I want you to look at another one. This is the one that everyone was playing yesterday. Fun. Now, this is where I get really good. This is where my talent really shines. Because I can look at the stock in pre-market and just look at this. You see these lines right here? And based on looking where the stock is before the market starts to open and where it traded, I can actually predict the whole trade just on these few lines. You see this? See the 11.12 and the 9.4? So you know what I said? Just looking at these lines, I said it's a short. But before you short, I'm going to pop it to 10.5. It might go a little bit more, but as soon as it does, I'm going to drop 2 points. So I'm going to go to 10.5 to 8. I can literally see the whole move. Why? I'm going to teach you. I'm going to show you something you've never seen in your life before. Okay? So I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to watch a pro how he thinks, because I've never talked about this ever before. Okay? Are you ready? All right. I'm looking at the previous close. I'm sitting at 9.48, right? After hours. It closed at, what, 8.88. So I already know that. I gap up to 11, right? So that's telling me, based on my experience, I'm going to probably pop to 10.5 to 11. Then I'm going to sell it off and dump it. It automatically told me how the stock was going to trade just by looking at that and that. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to make sure that the traders were able to get in there that could get short and just wait for the pop. And I really was emphasis on that. Okay? And I want you to see it play out. Fun. Stock's going to pop to 1050. When it does, it's going to do a massive 2-point pull. Okay? So let it pop. I even said that. This will die off. It will simply die. This will be a little tricky at the open, but trust me, once it pops, you lay into it, and you're going to get the 2-point pull. It was automatic. Now I want you to see how it played out. Ready? Ding, 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 ding. Bell rings. Pops at the open. There's the 10.5. Popped a little bit more, scaling it in as I teach you in the room. And then watch the 2-point pull. 1, 2. Actually pulled 3. There's no death line, death zone, break zone, drop zone. You know, you don't need to get artistic and put things in here. Traders, it's just another trade in our room. No reason to go crazy. It's just another short. If you can get shorts, great. You're going to make 2 to 3 points. All you got to do is wait for the pop. I couldn't get shorts, so I longed it because I knew I was going to get the pop. And I longed it about right here, around 10.22. And I was able to get, I think, 61 cents or 52 cents. And then I did lose on a second attempt. I tried to pop it again right here just for a quick brush, and it actually pulled. I think I lost 21 cents on it. But it worked. I couldn't get shorts. And I actually tried again in live in the room. I put 350 shares of shorts right here. And I think it was 987 or something like that. I click it, and TD said, nope, have a nice day. And if I would have, I would have made $600. Yeah, they just wouldn't give it. But hey, let's take a look at Boeing. Boeing was a beauty today. I had Boeing a long, but before I could long it, I had to gap fill it first. And the reason is Boeing, before it gets going and starts to make a nice momentum move, Boeing's the type of stock that will tend to, it needs to consolidate first and then gear up. It's called consolidate, gear up, and then run. Boeing's been working directly with the FAA trying to resolve all the issues with their 737s. They're getting closer and closer each day. They're working hard around the clock. And every time the FAA speaks, and gives positive energy about it, and what it's a positive what do you call it, PR that's coming out. Hey, we're working with Boeing. That's all investors need to hear. If Boeing doesn't do anything about it, then the stock will continue to fade off or just sideways trade. But yesterday, the announcement was made, right, that they were working with the FAA closely to resolve all the issues of the 737. Okay, that's why you had a big run. Then you had a gap up. So this morning, the stock was sitting up 4 points. First thing in my mind was short the stock to 372, 373. Why? I want to gap fill it first, at least a little bit to the downside. I wasn't going to get a full gap fill, but at least enough to make me feel comfortable. So I basically said 372, 373, and then long to 380. And I think I made that clear. So I'll show you the Boeing trade. Here's Boeing. Boeing. I'd like to see a quick pop towards 377 if it comes. I want a 4-point pullback to 372, 373. And then look at this. And a nice, slow, all-day move to the upside. You hear that? Once it pulled, bottom curled, all you have to do is go long. That's it. I basically gave you the instructions. News was good yesterday, and the market's gapping up. Stock has room to move today. You cannot spell out a trade more clearly than that. So if it popped, be wary of it, but it was going to pop. That's why I added an extra point. If not, it was just going to pull 3 points. Okay? So if you took 375 short, gave it room to add in case it did, and you pulled 3 points, you hit 372. 375, 372. I said all day move to the upside. All day move to the upside. Stock almost hit 380 a day. You see, this is a professional day trader. This is how a pro looks at things. So as you as an option player can come in and go, okay, I'll buy 380 calls. I'll go ahead and just buy a ton of them. Because if that's where you see the stock is going, then why not? I'll buy it. Okay. I'm going to give you another one, Netflix. Now, this was a beauty. Now, this should have been a common trade. I mean, Darkside had this in his Discord room yesterday to short the stock as well. Listen, Disney is coming on, streamlining. They did their earnings. I mean, they spoke highly. $6.99 for their service, their content. Oh my gosh. So you got a big boy against the big boy here. Now, Netflix is the king of streamlining. We all know that. Everybody wants a piece of what Netflix does because they've seen what Netflix can do and how much money they make on their stock and yada, yada, yada. All right? But at the same token, when you got a big player like a Disney with power and money and capital, okay, that's a big boy. Those are two big boys playing against each other. And so you're going to get one of them's going to get hurt. Netflix was vulnerable today. So the stock was gapping down. I felt that if the stock at all was going to pop right here in pre-market, I was suggesting in pre-market when I saw it 362, 363, I said, look, traders, look, if it can get close to 365, 366, scale in and short. I wanted a little bit of a gap because I really wanted to see the massive sell-off on the stock. Now, I didn't think it'd go to 350, but when we were shorting the stock in live, I think I was saying on Netflix 355. I didn't think it hit 350, but once it based, we wanted to go long. So we all had to be on top of it. Well, when it hit 350, okay, I wanted 355. So there was acknowledgement, short 364, add on any open, short in pre-market. If it pops at all, because pre-market, it was like 364.50 or something like that, 365. I said, you could short there, give it room to add, but watch for that pull because it's coming. It's going to be just a massive sell-off. And there's only one way it could go, and that's because you're dealing with Disney, right? But there's also Netflix. You have to understand how this trades. Netflix has a bottom, right? It doesn't just dump all in one time, okay? It doesn't work like that. So for me as a trader, I wanted 355. So I pretty much assured a trader he's going to get 5 points, 6 points. Once it hit 355, I could tell right here on the short cover, that's a short cover. See how these are short covers. I'm going to show you. I'm going to break it down for you. See how it pulls? See the green right there? That's a short cover. Pulls again, short cover. Pulls again, short cover. Pulls again, short cover. Now where the buyers come in. Cover, 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 buyer. That's where you go long. Typically, we like to see, you see how it also bottomed? See how it really got a clarity of 350? When it hit, dark side was on it. Long Netflix. I think he got 350.57 entry. And he told everyone he was looking for 353.70. For me, I got in here, nailed it, got in here, nailed it. I did it twice in the room on the bottom on the pull. And I actually shorted it in the room here live. Got this pull and I got this pull. I could see the heaviness getting ready to come off a cliff and I nailed it right here. Each entry called out, every exit called out. I mean, people were just going crazy. It was a great trade. Anyway, it came all the way down 350 and bounced back to 358. Wonderful trade. It was a team effort in the room. Next trade that we did was a WB and YY. I'll show you these. Again, I'm going to put these side by side because I want you to see just exactly how they work. Okay, this is where the stock's closed, right? $69, let's say. YY closed at $85, right? So this is my call. Scale in short the open, add on any pop out of the gate, look for a gap fill down to, I believe WB, I actually gave you an entry and an exit. WB, I gave the entry 71 and the exit 69.25. Again, if you've never traded in our room before, this is what I give you. This is what I would deliver. Right on point entries and exits. Okay? Whether I take them or not, I'm all over. I'm playing my type of trades, what I like. All right? I didn't have time to get in here, but I had a lot of traders that did. So all they were waiting for was the 71 entry. I think 007 played this extremely. I think Brandy played it. 71 and then covered it the 69 area. You want to see it? It was a magnificent trade. Ding, 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 ding. Market open. 71 entry. Right? $69.25. See it? See the bottom? $69.25. Now I know you're looking at this like you're almost shrugging your shoulders like how the seriously I've seen some really good calls, but my God, how did you know this would hit 69.25 an hour before the market hit? Traders, I don't know what I have to do to prove to you. It's right there. 71 entry, 69.25 to cover. What are you going to say? You can't say anything. You just have to like, one day I'm going to really get in this dude's head and I'm going to nail everything he says. Right? You want another one? I'm going to give you YY. YY was a little bit different. I wanted you to get in around 87 area if it popped, and I wanted you to cover 85.35. Right? So what I'm trying to give you are two different trades, two different pricing, but give you 2 points on each. You follow me? I want you to make money. 200 shares, 2 points, $400. 200 shares, 2 points, $400. $800, 2 trades, done for the day. 8 times 5 is $4,000 a week. 4,000 times 4, 16,000 a month. That's it. On predictable plays, you didn't see WB and YY there yesterday, but they were gapping up today. You just have to know how to trade them. And when you trade with a pro who knows how to do it, he could do this all day long. Okay, so let's take it. Let's go 87 to 85.35. Let's see how accurate we were on YY. You ready? Here we go. Ding, 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 ding. I said the stock would probably pop at the open towards 87. It hit 87.88, 86.88. Pre-market, it hit 90 right up here. So I figured it might get up there one more time. And then here comes the sell-off. 85.35 was the entry, or the exit, right? 85.35. It hit 85, I believe, $85. A little bit off 30 cents. I can live with that. But you see how beautiful it played out? Knowing where the stock's going to go before it goes there is the key to the game. It's where you're going to make your living for the rest of your life. If you're trading with a trader that can actually predict the movement of the stock before it moves, my God. And then he surrounds himself with 7, 8 pros that almost see the same identical thing, that give their alerts. You're in the right room. And you wonder why we're growing. I'm going to close out with just a really trade you will never see ever, because your room will never trade it. See this? Never heard this before. I know. It's called X4. X4. Never heard it before. It's okay. It's all right. It's a thin stock. I mean, it's crazy. It's thin, but it closed yesterday at 15 bucks. It opened, sold off yesterday to $10.50. So this caught my eye, and I was like, huh, this is interesting. It's very thin, so not a lot of people are going to play it in the room. But for 100, 200 shares, I bet I can get 3 points. Why is it down? So the first thing I do, I come over here and I punch up my scan. Like, why is this down? It was not on anybody's scanner either. It was just something I picked up because I could see it. I come over here, and right here, they did some warrants, Class A, at 85.8 million. Pretty steep at 11 bucks a share. Like, oh, okay, huh? So I immediately looked at it and went, okay, well, then I'm going to buy at 11 or under, and then pop at 2 points. It's exactly what I said. And you want to see it? Look at the notes. It was, I think, our number 2 pick in the room. Yeah, there it is. I buy anything dollar with a 10 in front of it. This stock's going to go to 12.75. You're going to make a minimum of 2 points. Do you see how I wrote that? Anything with $10 in front of it, it's going to go 2 points, and you're going to make 2 points. I'm guaranteeing you're going to make 2. And you're probably like, okay, so if I come in here with $2,500 buying power and buy 100 shares, I'm going to make $200 on my money? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, fine. All right, AJ, it's pre-market. I'm going to go ahead and pick up limit order at $10.93. I'm going to pick up some at 11.03. I'm going to pick some up at 10.76. And you're telling me when the market opens, I'm going to make 2 points. Uh-huh. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. $13 a share. Hit 13.50. That's what it's like trading with a pro. finding new things you never thought you could trade. And some of your mods might go, why would you play something bullshit like that? Why not? If the stock market's going to give us free money and all we have to do is know where it's going to go before it goes there, why don't you want the money? Huh? It's as simple as that. Anyway, that is today's live crap webinar for April 12th. We are upon earnings season, traders. It is upon us. It starts Monday night. It's going to go crazy for the next 2 or 3 months. I hope that you will join us, be a part of our great room. And I also want to welcome 2 new webinars to our, let me see if I have this here. We added Dark Side is now officially got his own webinar for all of you for $349. Just sign up, take a look at it. He's got his link. He'll be sending it out on Discord and so forth. Technical analysis. He's going to go over so much. He's been trading a long time, traders. He started in Sykes, moved all the way around, built his own world, built his Discord, and he's just going to give you some really one-on-one personal service and really kind of teach you, excite you, show you option trading, IPOs, support lines, just really a lot he's going to deliver for $349. It's one of those things you have to invest in yourself. Okay, click it, you're in it. He does them on Tuesdays after hours. But not only that, but he does a lot of one-on-one with you. So it doesn't just stop. Plus, they're all recorded so you can recap them. It's really cool. And then we have the great Fire. You know me, I love Fire. Love trading with him. And Fire he's a momentum trader. We all know that. And gives us some of the most amazing trades. He's about, I would say, 92, 93% accurate on his calls. Just a great trader, great guy, very, very humble, makes good money, trades full time. This is all he does. Momentum, he finds you. Right now he's in MLN. I think this morning he gave us clear CLR. And just people make money off of his trades day in and day out. And just he's a phenomenal trader. Look what he researches. He puts out his research notes in the morning. It's a wonderful investment for $349, and I think you're going to love it. I think you really are. Plus, you get to talk to him one-on-one in Discord as well, and so those are for you. Okay, always invest in yourself. That's what I say. And you know me, with all that information I give you and everything I teach you in the room and so forth. For me, my lessons are the daily webinars. I want you to just learn from them, get it great on them, understand them, feel what I'm feeling, understand, and just recap. I mean, they're right here for you. Every scenario, every idea, what I look for, why I look for, my research, my range, why is this in play? The more you listen to these, the more you understand how to come to work and just build yourself a plan. Because ultimately, the end result is I want you to become your own independent trader. I want you to be able to find things on your own and understand the move before it happens. Okay? It's really important because I want you to learn to fish for your ideas. I don't want you to always have to rely on me. Yes, I'm going to be here for you forever. I'm going to be your coach. I'm going to guide you. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Do this, and this. I don't see it. I don't like that. I like this. That's what you hired me for. But at the same time, I really want you to learn to find your own stuff. Pick your own analysts out there and just develop your own skill. Because, once you do, and for me as a trader, the minute I started to figure out where the stocks were going to go before they went, I got it down. I could click any trade. Imagine if I had 8 hands and I took WB off the 71 or 87 off YY at the same time. I didn't even tell you I shorted. I told you to short Baidu at 174, take it down to 172. You know where it hit? Just Baidu alone, 174. It hit 171. I mean, I just threw that in there, if in case you were bored. Okay, you want to see the trade real quick? I mean, I won't do a chart on it, but you want to see it? It was so predictable. I laugh at it. See the gap up? 174 entry. There's 174 entry, right? Take it down to what? 171. 171. 3-point trade. You don't even have to think. It's automatic. You see how fun it can be? Day trading can really, truly be fun. And if you notice what I'm doing too is I don't trade in a lot of crowded trades. I don't do it because that's not the kind of room we are. We don't need to trade crowded trades. Yeah, if they're there and the momentum's there, I'll play them. But for the most part, I love finding things that nobody likes to play. I like news events, reasons for a move, gap ups, gap downs, analyst calls, because I want traders to learn the proper way to trade. I don't need a bunch of, lines and channels. No, I need clarity. This stock is gapping. APA is gapping because another company bought another company out. Short the stock, gap fill it back to 36.25. And to hit it right on the money, come on. In that trading, knowing where the move's going to go before it goes, and to think that every day, 5 days a week, this is all I do. If you really want to analyze me, go to my YouTube. Take my list, and you can actually analyze my accuracy. I've had a baseball scout do it years ago. About 2 years ago, he did it. And he said I was 85.8% accurate on my calls. And that was back then. Imagine today. Anyway, follow me on AJ Trader 7. Got your websites. Got this, got that. Got your Discord room. And I love you all. Have a great weekend. I will see you Monday. I'll do some tweets on Saturday. A few things to motivate you. Time to get you prepared for the earnings season. And Monday we come in here. We're going to kill it. It's going to be so awesome. Okay? Thank you for joining me. Take care. All right. Bye-bye.